October the 26th, 2019. Guys, we've got an extremely fast-moving system that's already up into Tennessee, northwestern Alabama, and northeast Mississippi, moving very quickly. Again, it's going to travel up the width of the U.S. today. Now, what we're seeing is this thing still has what you would call, I guess, a feeder band out into the Gulf of Mexico, all the way down into the Bay of Campeche. And you guys and all my friends there in Pensacola are getting that feeder band. Just a few minutes ago, there was marine warnings all in that area, but I think they're starting to die down now, but that's going to be moving a little more east towards Panama City. Also, I've been watching this system in the bottom right corner for a few days. It's been rotating, but clouds haven't been surrounding the center of rotation like it is now. It's kind of been a dry spot. Now, we need to watch it. Don't know what's going to happen with this front that we're seeing. And again, look how fast and how dry the storm is becoming. We had some really hard rains and real high winds. Our power was off for a little over 4 hours. It came back on about 12:15. It went off about 8 o'clock, not long after I got the earlier video up. But these guys worked in some pretty brisk wind here. And on the power company, there was a lot of downed trees, and they're still working, but our power is up here, and thank you to Southern Power Electric. Now, looking at this, the orange clouds, guys, are the taller clouds with the most moisture in them, and you can see, again, you got snow in the northeast and some very high wind coming in offshore, guys, both there and in California. See that? So your humidity is very low. It's very dry. We'll look at the water vapor loops. But again, the orange feeder bands that are going out into the Gulf of Mexico, that could be a problem. So again, from Pensacola, as it moves east, Panama City, and possibly across the Alabama, Georgia, and a lot of the Central Florida area could get this. Now, for the past few days, we've been getting wind that's been moving from right to left on the screen coming out of the east, guys. Now it's starting to turn more north, and so that's going to affect, if we have any development of this system that's down below Cuba, the front that's moving across that you see now in the center of the Gulf of Mexico should act as some type of steering. In other words, if we have development, maybe it won't come up into the Gulf because it's saturated along the coastlines here. It would turn more north. Now, a couple things looking at California, guys. You got some high-level winds coming in at a very high rate of speed also compared to some of the other wind that you see in the area. That's going to influence your fires there, so just pay attention to it. I don't think they've cut power off to all 2.5 million yet. They're waiting to see what this afternoon does. And quickly, this is your lower level water vapor loop. When it's yellow and orange, it's very dry air. And that's what you see coming in behind this tropical system that's up into Tennessee now. That dry air is really pushing into it and taking some of the moisture out. But in California, guys, your humidity is extremely low. And so with the wind and that, you're going to have to watch it. Just some of the headlines out of KTLA, guys. If you're concerned about that area, you've got friends there, that's one of the news sources. And they're talking about PG&E must still decide whether to cut power to hundreds of thousands. A couple teams were trapped in wildfires in Baja. 4,600 acres after destroying 9 structures at from the tick fire in the Santa Clarita area. And it goes on and on. There's a lot of information coming in. You've got the SF San Francisco Gate, SF Gate, KTLA in that area, and some other stations. But it's not over, so you guys there, keep your heads up on this. Be safe.